बड़े दिनों के बाद मुझे आज पहली बार इस वाली लोकसभा में बोलने का मौका मिला है। तहे दिल से आपका शुक्रिया अदा करती। I shall begin by congratulating our Prime Minister, Shri Narendra Modi ji, and Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman ji for presenting an all-inclusive budget. This budget is inspired by the aspirations of more than 125 crore Indians. Further, this budget gives due importance to building basic infrastructure, something that our country still lacks after 72 years of independence. It is a matter of serious concern that successive governments, beginning from independence of this great nation, have never been able to give the required priority to this sector. After all, roads are drivers of the economy of this country. A well-maintained road network reduces travel time and increases efficiency and leads to better access to services. For the rich and poor alike, for the rural and urban alike, a well-maintained road network is of utmost importance. By providing a generous budget to the Road Transport and Highways Ministry, the Prime Minister has followed in principle and in practice सबका साथ सबका विकास। विश्वास तो है ही है, इसीलिए तो हम यहाँ बैठे। हाँ, 20 years ago, the former Prime Minister of India, Shri Atal Bihari Vajpayee ji, envisioned the grand design of the Golden Quadrilateral project, linking several important cities of India, was a huge boost to major agricultural, industrial and cultural centers. Soon after, in 2000, his government launched the Pradhan Mantri Gram Sadak Yojana to provide connectivity to unconnected habitations. This project has increased the accessibility of villages to city markets, thereby driving the commerce of these villages, giving children a chance to go to school in farther away places on school buses. Even today, the people of this country are witness to the development in the infrastructure sector under the able leadership of our Pradhan Mantri. To name a few, the eastern and the western peripheral expressway have finally been completed, thanks to the dedicated efforts of Shri Nitin Gadkari ji. Another feather in the cap of the government has been the completion of the Bogibeel Bridge in Assam, which is the longest rail-cum-road bridge in India. These are just a few examples. The bridge has significantly boosted connectivity, trade and commerce for the northeast. It is quite evident, sir, that these past years have seen a complete overhaul in the functioning of the Road Transport and Highways Ministry. First, the expenditure budget for the Ministry of Road Transport and Highways has been increased from 78,625 crores in 2018-19 to rupees 83,016 crores in the current budget. In fact, within 5 years, we have reached from 33,000 crores to 83,000 crores. A year-to-year growth rate of 20% is both commendable and unprecedented in this sector. Not only the allocation, the utilization of the budget has also increased substantially in recent years. In 17-18, the utilization was as high as 97.7% of the revised estimates. Kudos to the driving force and focused implementation of Gadkari ji. Further, the ratio of revenue to capital expenditure has changed fundamentally. This is a laudable step by the ministry because roadways is and should be a capital-intensive ministry. In 2014-15, out of every 100 rupees, only 50 were used to build roads. However, as per the current budget, out of every 100 rupees, 87 rupees will be utilized to build roads. A substantial change in this ratio is a strong indicator of increased efficiency of the ministry. And the results are quite visible, Speaker sir. As per the Economic Survey of India, from 14-15 to 18-19, the average construction rate of national highways has gone up from 12 kilometers per day to over 30 kilometers per day. The Finance Minister Nirmala ji, in her speech, announced that under Pradhan Mantri Gram Sadak Yojana, a pace of 130 to 135 kilometers per day road construction was achieved in the last 1,000 days. The government has also approved the ambitious Bharatmala Pariyojana Phase 1 for development of economic corridors, inter-corridors, border roads, coastal roads, port connectivity roads and expressways with an aggregate length of about 34,800 kilometers. The project will also generate 14.2 crore man-days of employment, which is a commendable achievement of this government. A key feature of this budget is that it gives due importance to building of roads in Naxal-hit areas. By doing that, we will be able to provide better access to healthcare, education, other services to tribal communities, and also better security in these areas. To manage revenue sources, there have been several efforts to bring in private investors. Hybrid annuity model has proved to be an effective replacement of the PPP model. I am wonderful. I would also like to use this opportunity to make a few suggestions regarding the budget of the Road Transport and Highways Ministry. The first and foremost of these is the budget allocated for maintenance of roads and highways. In 2019-20, the ministry has allocated rupees 3,150 crore towards maintenance of roads, highways and toll bridges. While there is a hike of 17% as compared to the previous year's revised estimates, in my opinion, sir, this amount is not sufficient. Because as our road network is expanding, there will be an increased requirement for maintenance. We must make roads that last, and maintenance is paramount for that. An effective and permanent monitoring mechanism for repair and maintenance of roads is very important and worthy of being mentioned here. Therefore, I urge the ministry to increase the allocation towards maintenance and repair of roads and highways. My second suggestion relates to road safety. In the proposed budget, the ministry has allocated 280 crores towards road safety. Among the incidents related to deaths due to road accidents, victims are pedestrians and cyclists. In fact, in my own constituency of Chandigarh, in the year 2018, out of 98 deaths in road accidents, 46 were either cyclists or pedestrians. As per the data available from the year 2017, 56 pedestrians get killed every day in road accidents across India. While there are many factors involved, including the increased transport usage in this country, certain interventions will definitely be crucial in preventing such accidents. Here I would like to draw the attention of this august House to a private member's bill that I brought in my first year in 2014 in the last Lok Sabha. It was called the Good Samaritan Bill. Now, we petitioned after this the Highways Ministry, Road Transport Ministry, and the Supreme Court took cognizance of it, and the ministry made it a part of the Motor Vehicles Amendment Bill. It is unfortunate that today every member here has spoken about the importance of road safety. Yet when Mr. Gadkari, as somebody said, one of the most efficient ministers over here, brings it up, they don't pass it. They have amendments. They have so many things to say about it. Is it important for us to oppose just for the sake of opposition? Because we are called the opposition. You oppose something which is good for the country, something which is required to save lives in this country. I would request everybody to give a helping hand to this, because a good Samaritan is somebody who out of the purity and goodness of their heart and in good faith help accident victims. And they are not harassed by police, asked unnecessary questions. Many countries have this as a law. The Health Ministry, whom I also petitioned, has brought it in. Hospitals no longer refuse admittance or ask police to come to interview the people who brought the victim in. The first hour, the golden hour, is so important so that the person doesn't die of bleeding. And we stand here arguing about it. I will request my counterparts across on the other side, please do. Dada, you were the most, सबसे ज़्यादा आप बोल रहा था इसके बारे में. I am very upset. When it comes to this, you get up and speak about road safety. Then in the morning when Gadkari is there, you were speaking against it. ना, habe na.
Yes, please.
हाँ, ये सब यही चक्कर है. The world board, अच्छा, sorry. So my last and one of my most important points relates to my constituency of Chandigarh. It has been a long-pending demand of my constituents in Chandigarh that a ring road be constructed in order to de-stress the traffic in Chandigarh. This ring road is crucial so that traffic bound towards Haryana and Punjab can be diverted and not go through Chandigarh, which is becoming highly polluted. 2 minutes, sir. Last year, the Ministry of Road Transport and Highways approved this demand and agreed to construct it under Bharatmala Phase 1. But the project is not moving forward. Therefore, it is my humble request through you, sir, to the Minister to provide required attention to this project and help in resolving any issues that are holding it up. Secondly, the Ministry recently approved a 6-lane flyover and a 4-lane underpass at the Tribune Chowk, the estimated cost of which is 184 crores, and I thank the Ministry and the Minister for that. By thanking the Minister, I would urge him on behalf of the residents of Chandigarh to extend this flyover till GMCH 32. It is an important project and for my constituency because the above mentioned road is very congested and needs urgent attention. I shall conclude by saying that the budget is reflective of the willingness of the government to outlay a generous share for the Road Transport and Highways Ministry, proposing to raise the allocation up to rupees 100 lakh crore for infrastructure in the next 5 years. Thus, it has given a message of strength and hope for development to the entire country. And I am confident that with the brilliant vision of Sri Narendra Modi ji and the speedy and decisive execution of this vision by Gadkari ji, our nation will soon be a $5 trillion economy. I congratulate the government and the Ministry of Transport and Road Highways, and I support the demand for grants.
Thank you.